There's a lot of faces that happen like when we're in church and we hear this reading from Ephesians chapter 5, and it's like, be subject to one another out of reverence for Christ. That's good. And then it's like, wives, be subject to your husbands as to the Lord. And the women's faces are either like, or they're like the stink face, like. Every time I heard this reading growing up, I was like, what does this mean? And so what's beautiful is I got to learn the real meaning. And actually, this was Ephesians chapter 5, verses 21 through 33 was actually the second reading at our wedding. And I'm sure people were kind of cringing, people who don't know like the actual meaning of this reading. I'm going to share with you today what it actually means because it's so beautiful. So let me read. It says, be subject to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, be subject to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is himself its Savior. As the church is subject to Christ, so let wives also be subject in everything to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of the water with the word, that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. Even so, husbands shall love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no man ever hates his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and shall be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one. This is a great mystery, and I mean in reference to Christ and the church. Some translations use the word subordinate, some use submission, like wives submit to your husbands. And what's interesting about the word submit or submission, it means to be under the mission. So wives, be under the mission of your husband. And then it says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. The mission of a husband is to lay his life down for his wife, to love her as Christ loved the church. How did Christ love the church? He laid his life down. He sacrificed his life so that we might live. So husbands, like, that's the mission of a husband, is to lay his life down. It doesn't say in there, husbands, your mission is to treat your wives like an object, to treat her like property, to be a domineering man, to be prideful, no, it's saying to love her as Christ loved her, with tenderness, with beauty, with gentleness, to lay your life down, to sacrifice your pride. And women, I mean, that's the kind of mission I want to be, like, that's the kind of mission I will be like, heck yes, I support that mission. I'm going to be under that mission.